Okay, so this time we are using STATA. We are using STATA 19 from instructions. So first we upload our do file and log file on over it and submit the project. That's after doing everything. Okay, so our main tasks, we are using students data, produce summary, statistics using the gtable command, creating a bar graph showing the distribution of gender across family types, create a heat map on age across programs and explain the results using STATA notes, create a kernel datasets, plot for male and female students age and explain the results using STATA notes, create a box plot for male and female students age, run ordinary least squares or arrays using the wiki dataset, run a diagnostic test and explain the results, run logistic regression to predict birth weight based on age of mother, race and smoking during pregnancy using the LBW dataset, calculate magical effects, and the last one we run a probit model to predict foreign based on weight and MPG using auto data set. So students data this summary is just upload it. So we upload the data. The students, yeah. So we already saved the data in STATA format. So you just upload it, and it's also renamed in terms of variables, as you can see. Oh my god. So sorry, using calculator. As you can see, the variables are already renamed and everything is already done. So it's required of us to create a bar graph showing this. Summary statistic using dtable. So dtable is just a new command introduced in STATA 19. So just type dtable, and then you can include the variables, either all of them or the variables that you want to include in terms of the sum and statistics. So as you can see, it brings you a what? Yeah, it brings you a what? A summary statistic. But before we start, we're supposed to summary. So these are mean and standard deviation. So you have mean and standard deviation. And also N stands for your number of observations in start. So just before we start, remember that we have to create a do file. It requires us to create a log file. A log file. So how to create a log file? You just go on files and then log file begin. And then you name the log file. Say maybe question 2 assignment. And then you can name it. So it starts recording everything that we do. Log file. Log file it's like record but it's just also one way about. I remember PDF because I see PDF somewhere. Kuma chicho chimwe chizwanga abavakawera description yeah, graphs don't appear, you just have the command. So in terms of graphs, please you just have to create maybe a way document to paste. So to continue with it, desktop, you just have to search for the do file that we created. So we have, so we create a bar graph, and then that's the syntax for bar graph. Type graph h bar. So we just copied it from the do file. So you can either learn this command in the do file section. For instance, if you select the do file here, you can learn this command right here. Just have to select it and then go here where it says execute selection 2. So once you do that, just wait, it creates a graph. So you can see it has created a graph valuing females, the head, child, head family, nuclear family. So we have the number of females or the frequency in terms of the head up to the step family. The same way for males. So you can also continue. We just be using commands into this thing. You can also learn in terms of the heat plot. So if you see from it says create a heat map on edge across programs and explain the results using STATA. So using the same do file, we can still learn it there. The heat plot. So how to create a heat plot, you type heat plot. Then edge program STATA main and do that. So you execute it from there. It also create what? A heat plot. So you can either do that. I think there's an error in terms of execution. So just try to learn it from there. Yeah. Yeah. So this command will create a heat plot, as you can see that it's just showing us a difference in terms of the age, the program, and also the word. So you can specify depending on if you are aware of the syntax, how to specify colors. In these terms, in this case, now manga gen, right? We heat plot, age, and what? Yeah. So the reason why you see it's not showing us like the programs, the name, is because Tango Ibanga code is showing us the coded language, the what, our data. So from there we continue with the what, created heat map. Oh, we have already done this. So create a kernel's density. So this is more or less like a graph. It shows the variations in terms of student notes. When we are sending the what, the two file cartridges. What does this do? Can many more negative two file? You can create a note. Many want to get out. This is a note. So with the note, heat map shows variation in average and age across region. That's what they want. So that when you open this, you'll be able to know what is map. So in terms of creating notes, let's say for instance here, I type a command to describe it. For me to write a note on this one, just type hash, then we a star. Note. So whatever you type from here, this is what is a note. Now you have to close it. So storage and like a star, then hash. The video see class will notice way. You can see my command. So my oh yes, take ababa do not have to close. She just will come on it. Comment is a gerebo. Zango banga star stroke. Baso see boy sasona. So
manamba
these are just
22 command
no. Those are just bus. It's just number in terms of number. Yeah. So yeah, you can also create a what? You have see it's just a graph. Shows you the variations. You know this estimate, this city, you have age here. So it's showing you the variation in terms of males and females. It means around the age of 20, or should say maybe 0 to around maybe let's say 23. They have a lot of what? Males. Then going there, yeah. So that's how it's done. And then we also create a box plot of male and female students. So doing that, we continue. We will learn this box plot right here in STATA. So when we go back there, you see, automatically it brings a box plot of age and the number of females. Same way. In terms of interpretation, you can see okay, within the range, the brew, is it the brew?
Yeah.
The brew range. Yes, we have age of from 20 maybe up to 22. A lot of females are within this age. And then males continue up to maybe around 23 or 24. That's how we interpret this. So yeah, that's how we do that. And then you're also supposed to regard ordinary square using wage one data. So we're given wage one data. That was via WhatsApp.